Hey you guys, I decided to come to the park today because today we had a short school day because my teacher was absent. But y'all, look at this view. Everyone to go and appreciate the little things like me, like I love it. Alright y'all, I found the view. There we go. The ground looks okay. I forgot my dad going. Man. And it's a hole there, but it's okay. I'm just gonna put this bag down. Just gonna put my bag down. I don't even know if that make much of a difference, but oh well. Oh God. Please do not let no bugs bite me. And please don't let my stuff get too dirty. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. So nice. I haven't done this. Oh my God, so dirty. Should I just take it off? Just take it off. See, it's getting all dirty. Hold on. Alright, you guys. Here we are. I took off my jacket because I didn't want my jacket to get dirty. I already sanitized my hands. I should be good. I packed me a little lunch. Oh, so many birds. I had got me some peanut butter because I love eating peanut butter with a spoon. Who else doing that? If you love to just eat a peanut butter with a jar, like what am I talking about? If you like to just eat peanut butter out of the jar with a spoon, comment down below because I like to do that too. Grape juice. I had got a water too, and me a sandwich. I was gonna get some chips, but I felt like it was a sign that God was trying to not have me go to the store to get some, because lately I've been getting a lot of signs that God want me to save money. So, you know what's so funny? I was trying to like go to the store because I was on my way to the bus to come here to the park, and I was like about to cross the street, and it was so many cars that was coming, and like they would not stop coming. Every time I tried to go across the street, they would not come. Like they just kept, they would keep coming, like they wouldn't stop. And right when I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and go because this might be a sign, the cars stopped coming. Like they stopped coming all of a sudden. The whole time when I'm trying to cross the street to go to the store to get me at least the $2 bags for $1, the little small bags, they just kept coming, like they couldn't wait. But anyway, Jesus name I pray, amen. I'm ready to eat. This is my little Black Forest ham sandwich. I used the rest of the turkey sandwich meat, so I just used the container. I got oh my goodness. First, oh y'all, I would have been so mad if my daggone sandwich, my sandwich about to fall. Anyway, here you go. Good. And can we just take a moment to appreciate such a view? Like, I always thought about coming here, but I never realized how many people come here. It always looked like nobody comes here, like when you're like passing by and stuff. But now I see so many people. I'm like, this is actually a really nice park. But you guys, I decided to come out in this park today because I just really like need to get out of the house. I need like a new scenery, like away from my home, away from my room, from school, all that type of bullshit. Like, I really just honestly, like, I don't know. I don't know. Just to give y'all a rundown, if y'all don't know, I'm graduating college next month. And this is May, so this is my last semester. And I'm getting my animation degree, my associates in animation. And I'm excited, but it's also bittersweet because, you know, I love the routine of school. Ew, what's this so sticky? Like, I love the routine of school. The routine of school is just great. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it. I love the routine. I love the environment. I love going to school. I like it. It gets me out of the house. And I think too the reason why I like it so much is because that's the one thing I know I can do well in. I've always done good in that, and that is something that I know for sure that I can do really good in. Or I guess I'm a little nervous to like leave because so just to give a little bit more of a deeper backstory about me, I used to work before I went to college. I couldn't go to college right away after high school because financial aid wasn't taking my mom's income. So I had to get a job. So I went and I got a job, and then wait until after school, especially since I couldn't go to college. And I thought, well, I really want to go to college for animation, so why not just try to see if I could go to school part-time and just put my income information on my financial aid, since they wasn't taking my mom's at the time. And this was like post-COVID. I graduated in 2022, so it was really hard because this was my first job. It was my first time doing anything in the job industry and, you know, being in the real world. And it was hard. I would make so many mistakes. And then I thought that I wanted to do vet assistant because I had this plan. Y'all, it is sap. Oh, hell no. I had to get from under here. Y'all see that? It's fucking sap. It's fucking sap, bro. It's fucking sap. The tree is... Oh, no. And it's about to drip on me. Oh, no. Oh, no. I cannot let this get in my hair. I gotta get out of here. Oh, goodness. Yo, this constant stuff. But anyway. I was not used to working, dealing with people, dealing with the real life, the real world, so it was really hard for me. I had a really hard time. And I could, if y'all want a story time, I could give y'all a story time, but I had a really hard time. I didn't know how to take up for myself. I didn't know how to do nothing. So it was really hard, and I kept making mistakes in both of my jobs. In my second job, it was the worst because a lot of my coworkers, not all, but a lot of my coworkers was just so miserable and just projecting their feelings, like their negative feelings onto me, and getting frustrated with me because I was making a lot of mistakes, rookie mistakes, and it was just a lot. And I'm really nervous to get into the job field again. You know, if that's what God is taking me, what are you gonna do? And I'm just like, I don't know what what I'm gonna do. Like, this whole animation thing, I really honestly did because, you know, I thought that if I just tried to get a job in like some type of medical field where I was working with animals or humans, that I would have job security and I could just do that and then do that full time and then do my animation school stuff part time. And you know, because at the time I thought I wanted to work in the animation industry, and I honestly still wouldn't mind. Like, I wouldn't mind working in the animation industry, but I don't know, I kind of want to do something more, something bigger. And I'm thinking, well, no, I'm knowing, because I feel like God has been telling me for a while now, like, content, me doing this is where it's at. Like, I feel like I need to be doing something. I need to be seen. I'm not just meant to be in a boxed office. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just not meant for me. I'm meant to be doing more. You know what I mean? But I'm scared. I really am. I'm really scared. I don't know what I'm doing. And you know, I think that's why, like, I kind of, the fear in me wants to go to school again, transfer to school again, because if that feels familiar, I know I'm going to succeed in that. But if I do like a job opportunity or something that is not familiar, I'm nervous. I'm honestly nervous, and I'm honestly scared, because what if I make the same mistakes I did when I was working before I went to college? That's scary. I don't want to make those same mistakes. I don't want to feel how horrible I felt, you know. I did not feel good at all. My self-esteem was low, and of course, you know, I'm grateful for the experiences because it gave me thick skin. But, and I'm a completely different person. You know what I mean? I'm still growing, I'm still evolving, but comparing to how I am now and how I was back then, man, I've came a long way. But I don't know. I'm really nervous, and I'm excited, but I'm also really nervous. So, hope I have my phone. Hope I didn't drop my phone. But even though, like, this journey is new and it's unknown, that's just a part of God's path and how he does things, and I'm not gonna run away from it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try this content thing out and see how far it go. Can't hurt but to try. Am I scared? Absolutely. Girl, I'm terrified. This was not my plan. My plan was to go to school, go to college right after high school, and become, well, I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do, but I was playing it safe, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get a job in the medical field, like a nurse or something, a travel nurse or something, because it was really big to do that around COVID. But girl, after God said, that was a dark time too, because once my plan fell through, and I couldn't go to college at the time, oh man, I was really in a dark place. I had got sick with COVID after prom. I couldn't even go to my high school graduation. I got sick from COVID. I got everybody in my family sick. And I thought it was from me, like, going to prom. Because I did have my mask and stuff up, but I wasn't really, like, and I was dancing with people, but I wasn't really, like, doing too much. And, you know, I sanitized and stuff like that. But it wasn't because of that. I had took the shot not too long before I had went to school. And when you take that shot for about 3 days, like, it'll kick in. And I took it I think that Friday before that weekend of prom, the weekend of prom, I had took it because I thought I was gonna go to college, and at that time, the colleges were requiring people to take the COVID shot. Well, I said the COVID shot because you so I had just took it because I thought I was gonna go, and I had took the first round, and that had got me and my family, it got me sick, and then it had got me and my family sick. So that's what had happened. So this whole time I'm thinking I'm being irresponsible. No, it's not because I was being irresponsible. It was because I had to take that shot because I thought I was gonna go to school and right after high school, and it got me sick. Because the crazy part about it was the whole time before I even took that shot, I never had got it. Never had got it. But the moment I took that shot, all of a sudden, I had got it. And that was really dark for me. My family made me feel so bad for that because they thought I was just being irresponsible, and it made me feel like I was being irresponsible too, but the whole time, no, it wasn't because of that. It was because I had got that shot that I thought I had to get because I thought I was going to school. And then just to find out that I wouldn't be able to go to school, it was a really dark time. And then after that, that whole year and almost the whole year of 2023, I had such a hard time finding a job because that's when the whole, tech was really big around that time. It still is now, but it really was then because, people got to work from home. People had a good salary. They was making like $100K a year, and they was able to spend time with their family and make good money. And to a lot of people, they felt like they had got the American dream, but the whole time, no, that was not it. They only had that for a little while until them big companies had cut all of them off and fired them. And because they had fired so many people, because they had overhired, COVID, everybody was without a job. That was the start of the job market falling down, if you ask me. I mean, so many people were laid off and were just trying to get in where they fit in, and it was really hard, or really around that time. You think it was hard now? It was really hard then. And I was just such in a dark space. And even then, somebody told me to do your content, but to be honest, I still didn't do it. I was just still that frame of mind, to be honest. I really was. I was in that frame of mind, that traditional frame of mind. I was too scared, to just go for it because it's not something that seems traditional and familiar. Growing up, they were like, listen, you gotta get a 9 to 5. I'm not there's anything wrong with 9 to 5. I don't mind working a 9 to 5 as long as I'm happy and doing what I love and getting paid and benefits and stuff. But now this is a whole new wave of career and stuff, so it just don't feel familiar. But that's the part of getting out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of your comfort zone. I don't want to get older and regret getting out of my comfort zone. I said that wrong. I don't want to regret not getting out of my comfort zone. I don't want to get older and think, what if I just went and tried this? How far would it have got me? I really feel like I'm meant to be really big. Honestly. I feel like I'm really meant to be a really big star. I really feel that way. Oh, that is so cute. But yeah, before I get to that, let me eat my sandwich. Y'all, I know that I'm meant to be doing big things. I'm meant to be seen. I have a Leo been hating. I'm meant to be seen, but my Scorpio rising won't let it happen. But I'm just gonna have to get over it. I'm gonna be one of them people where I'm gonna help people, I'm gonna heal people, even myself, and by being my authentic self, being real, and doing what I love, and inspiring people. And I'm gonna be well known for it from it. I'm gonna be well abundant, consistently too. Not just financially abundant, but like spiritually, mentally, physically, you know, all the seven wellnesses. Socially, emotionally, all of that. And I'm gonna have a balance, like a balance of being known, being a public figure, but also having a balance of having privacy. You know what I mean? Like, I've been seeing a lot of videos about Michael Jackson lately because, you know, of the whole Michael movie. I've been seeing a lot of videos too that I never really saw of him because, yeah, Michael Jackson, girl, I had a hyperfixation over him. Growing up. That was my man. I'm still going to get. I'm still going to eat it. But, I'll take a rule. But, I used to have such a hyperfixation on him when I was little. The black and white, I didn't give a damn. That was my man. I didn't care. I didn't care at all. But my mom, growing up, I didn't have Wi-Fi or cable. Because my mom was like, that is so unnecessary. We got other bills to pay. So I grew up like off of DVDs and stuff. So my mama used to have this guy who used to burn CDs for us. And he used to sell them like $5 a piece, like a couple of them $5 a piece. And my mom stayed in Goodwill. That was one of our like quality time things to do together. So my mom and I, we would go to Goodwill, and she bought me like this, what is this thing? It's like a DVD player, but it has a screen, and all you gotta do is just open it, and it had like all the Disney princesses and stuff on it. And I really wanted a Michael Jackson album, Michael Jackson music and Whitney Houston music. That's what I wanted. So my mama went to him, and he had a crush on my mama too. So I think that's why this stuff was kind of on sale, because he really liked my mama. But that's neither here or there. Other than that, he had gave me the Dangerous CD, the Bad CD. So I had the Bad album, I had the Dangerous album, and I had the Whitney Houston, her Whitney self-titled album, I think. And I had her Greatest Hits album. He hooked me up. Girl, when I tell you, I listen to that thing all the time. I didn't care. Everywhere I went, because they had like a hijack, an earphone jack thing. So instead of watching movies on it, I would play my musical CDs on there. I was so in love with him. I think every child has a Michael Jackson phase where they are hyper fixated on him. It's because of how high vibrational he was and healing he was. The vibration he had was as high and pure as a child. I think that's why there's so many children that are so drawn to him, because of his childlike innocence. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't believe he did all those things. The fans went and checked his shit twice and found nothing. But we already knew them. Well, I don't want to say everybody, because there was a lot of people who believed it, but real motherfucking fans, nah. I can do a whole deep dive, but the whole reason why I'm talking about Michael Jackson is because the impact he had and him healing people. It's the same impact that I'm gonna have. And I feel like I'm gonna destroy it in so many ways. Either musically, stage performing. I always envision myself performing on stage. Like if I was ever an artist, a musical artist, like if I sung and all that, I think my favorite part of that whole job would be to perform on stage. I don't know what it is, it's just the aura. But I would do that. Performing, dancing, singing, acting, doing my content, doing my animations, creating my own animation thing. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I feel like this is a start. I gotta be real intentional. I'm trying to, I gotta be real intentional with God and the universe to like really like write down. Cause like even talking about like, cause I never knew that Michael Jackson believes in the law of like attraction and affirmations. I never knew that he wrote down affirmations and all that stuff. Because remember, I never grew up with Wi-Fi and all of that. So I didn't really like know too much. I just knew of music and rumors and things that my such a high vibration he had. But anyway, moving on. I never knew that. And I was like, man, like I really gotta start being more intentional with what I want. There's so many things that I envision myself doing. Like, and sometimes I feel like, okay, am I supposed to do it this way, or am I supposed to do it that way? Am I supposed to go the musical route? But I'm like, I don't know if I really I like music. I like listening to it. I like performing to it. But I don't know about the whole recording studio thing and being signed to a label. I don't want to be no label slave. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna be nobody's slave. Absolutely not. I cannot do that. I can't get with that. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. I have my own freedom and power. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do with it. I don't care what nobody say. I gotta start being more intentional. But I think the reason why I haven't write down all those things yet is because I don't know really what it is I want to do or what I really need to be doing. I have an idea, but I'm like, what about more? Because I always try to play it small because I be afraid, But it's like, why play it small? Even when you play it small, you still gonna have people that's gonna try to attack you, that's gonna try to attack your psyche, your emotional. So why play small? Might as well go ahead and play big. You don't want to get old and regret not playing big. Well, alright. I was scared though. But I think the content is a start. I think this will open a lot of opportunities for me. Like, I would love to even voice act in the animation film. All of that. The opportunities are endless. I'm so multi-passionate. I have so many, listen, I'm going to be one of those public figures. Not only am I humble, kind, genuinely kind, loving, and assertive where need to be, but you're not about to be playing with me. I'm going to be setting boundaries. But I also have multiple hats. I can do so many things. I'm like a jack of all trades. But sometimes that is so hard too, because you get a little indecisive, because it's like people make you feel like you gotta put yourself in a box. You gotta do one thing, but it's like, no, my mind is so endless. I can't just do one thing. I gotta do a lot. I think that's why I haven't figured it out yet. But I don't know. We'll see. What's meant for me is meant for me, so that's okay. My butt's starting to hurt. I forgot to get my yoga mat. Oh, my booty. I really should have brought my yoga mat, but I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something else. Oh, speaking of that, I got a lollipop. That sandwich was good. That sandwich hit the spot. It's the red one. It's cherry. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Pop? I really want to climb on a tree, but I don't want to bust my butt. You know, I'm thick. I don't want to accidentally break one of these branches. But you guys, also too, while we're talking, I really want to talk about how important it is to believe in yourself. I got a video that's coming on that I'm going to post about that as well. About that. But I'm just going to briefly say it here. And this even goes to myself. You can do whatever you want to do. Like, whatever. Don't try to stay in that box from a mind that a lot of people have been for a long time. Just try it. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you know, I would say definitely if you believe in a higher power like me, talk about.
It's sad to have no life.
How the fuck
It's
is
sad to have no life. It's sad to have no life.
Who the fuck is that? Dunna. But anyway, like he said, it is sad to have no life, and that is for people who are very miserable. People who are very miserable don't have no life. And it's sad because they could, but they don't want to. They don't even, a lot of them don't even think that they can. And a lot of them, instead of them trying to heal their trauma and what happened to them and to get a life, they project their feelings and how they feel about themselves onto you. It's so easy to worry about other people and what they got going on so you can avoid where you lacking at. And that's why it's so important to believe in yourself, because let me tell you something. Might as well go for what you want to go for. I tried to play it small before, and I had got all those jobs, not just because I needed a job, but also too, I was playing small. I was like, even though I knew animation and content was what I wanted to do, I was still like, no, you know what, I'm just gonna go for a vet assistant, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna play it small so that way, you know, I can like be able to have some job security, some shit like that. Like, no, F that, that's not a good example, because some people do need job security, because everybody's situation is different. But what I'm trying to say is that I've tried to play it small. I've tried to be like, you know what, I'm not even gonna try to take a chance on doing this. I'm just probably just gonna get me a regular job that I probably don't like, you know, things like that. That's it, that's all. At least I'll be straight. Yeah, you'll be straight financially, but at the same time, it's like you're gonna be miserable. I was miserable working at those jobs, not just because I was going through a lot. It was really honestly my second job that was honestly putting me through a lot. But I was not happy. I was not happy at all. It's just like, you know what? I'm tired of playing it small. I mean, and then on top of that, while I was playing it small, I still dealt with miserable people. Everybody know customer service is the depths of hell. Okay, you dealing with so many different people, personalities, everything. And then on top of that, working in the medical field, I thought the medical field with animals wouldn't be as bad as the humans. But that's a damn lie. It's just the same. It's so high school. Like, they just be petty and they just be miserable, and just miserable projectors. That's what we call them, miserable projectors. You the screen and they the motherfucking projector projecting all that shit onto you. You're already playing this. It doesn't matter if you play it small, if you play it big. You're going to deal with people who's going to hate on you, who's going to project their evil feelings onto you. They're going to be mean to you. They're going to misunderstand you. They're going to do so many things. It can be, you know, they're going to try to mess with your psyche. They're going to really try to F with you. And it's not even just people who are strangers. It could be friends. It could be family. And that's the stuff that hurts the most, because it could be people who are very close to you, who can just really try to stab you in the back and hurt you. And I think another reason too, that's why I try to play it small, because I felt like I could avoid that. You know what I mean? I see so many public figures dealing with not even just hate from random people on a daily online, or you probably even in person, because public industries like entertainment industry, all of that shit is not easy. You dealing with so many people, and then on top of that shit is dark. And I just thought if I just played it small, I could avoid all of that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have to worry about like what Michael Jackson had to worry about. Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer of all time and has done so well for so many people. And still to this day, the effect and impact that he has is so powerful and so great. Like, his legacy is a legacy, and that continues to live on. But at the same time, like, all the things that he had to go through, all the scrutiny from the tabloids, from the accusations, all that shit that he had to go through for so long. Like, people now claiming that they believe him, a lot of them did not believe him when he was alive, and all of those accusations was being made. Like, a lot of people now just starting to believe him because of the whole files and stuff that came out and everything. You know what I mean? Because allegedly he was actually saving children. He was saving them from going on that island, and was even a spy on that island, according to the files, to save kids. So I'll say allegedly, but because I gotta protect myself. But I've heard that, and it's just like, damn, you could be the most greatest person in the world genuinely and do so many amazing things for people, and there's gonna be people who's gonna misunderstand you and who's just gonna hurt you, try to hurt you. And it's just like, do I really want to go through that? Like, I already know how that feels, being misunderstood by people who's a part of my family. Not a lot of people in my family, not close family, but people that, a close family member of mine deals with, or just dealing with that from random people and all of that. That's just a lot. Alright now, Squirrel, don't be coming over here starting that bullshit. Look at this. Yes, cotton bouquet. The hell? Alright now, don't do that shit. I ain't fucking around. That's what I thought. Maybe I'm on this tree. Well, I'm sorry, friend. I won't be here long, but don't try no bullshit. You gotta be careful. See? You see that? Like, you always gotta look over your shoulder all the time. Like, I don't want to be doing all that. I want to be in peace. I want to be less as possible. So it's scary to me, because it's like, man, like, will I be able to handle that? Like, I'm going through that while not being a public figure like Michael Jackson yet. Like, and it's a lot, and all I want is just peace. You know what I mean? All I want is peace. And then on top of that, you never got to have no privacy. You never really got to do normal things. Going to the store, going to a park like this without his fans. But it's like, of course you want to have that time to be a little normal. You know what I mean? And he was whimsical like me. Like, we appreciate the little things like this. I don't know. It was just, am I really ready to go through that? I don't know, y'all. It's just things that I think about, and it's like, relationship and the children, you know, and the dog, the animal, the cat, all of that, the house, the land. Like, I want to be able to experience that, you know? Not right now, because right now I really am learning to just be in my own solitude and by myself. And I want to be able to experience that, you know, being alone, living alone for a while, because, you know, I can get, when I get older, I can say, you know, this is what I did. I had that experience, you know what I mean? But it's just, those are things that I think about. And it's like, will I really be able to have those little things that are so healing while having such a great, successful career with me just authentically being myself? Those are things that I think about and I worry about. But I have to remind myself that I can have both, even though you hear people all the time say, my battery died, y'all. I'm sorry. But anyway, I say all that to say, this is my sign that I need to push through out of my comfort zone, and especially mentally, and just try it and see. I can have both. I have to do affirmations, and I have to believe that I can have a balance. Because I want that. Of course, I want the successful career, but I also want the privacy. I also want, like, you know, I want the privacy. I'm going to have the privacy. If it's meant for me to be, because the thing is, I'm not one of them people who has to be famous. I really don't have to. Like, I could live with it and I could live without it, to be honest. And to be honest, I actually like having my privacy. But if God says, Naraya, you are meant to be a public figure and change the world and, you know, have me heal the world through you and help the world through you and have such a positive and great impact on the world, then by all means I have to do it. If I'm following God's path, I have to go God's way. And that ain't gonna always be a smooth sailing road, to be honest. It's a rewarding road, but it's not smooth sailing. Ain't nothing really always smooth sailing. But I don't know. I think whatever, if I'm meant to be it, then I ain't got no choice. If I'm not, then hey, it is what it is. But I know that God will always bless you with what is in His will and what He could do for you. And not even just what you need, but also what you want. And sometimes, honestly, more than what you want. Sometimes you can want something and you think it's so big until God be like, yeah, that's cool, but watch this. And then He go and literally give you more than what you can ask for. And you'll be like, and I know I'm going to be like, goodness gosh, like, God, thank you so much. This was more than I asked for. Traveling, going to Japan. I'm going to Japan this year. Before this, these are things that I'm going to accomplish this year. I, Naraya Grant. This is what I'm going to accomplish. I'm going to have a successful career on YouTube and on social media, period, on all the social media platforms, especially TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I'm going to have a big impact on everybody through any social media platform. And I am going to not only have a successful career now, but it's going to open so many amazing opportunities for me that is meant for me, and I'm going to be protected no matter what. No weapon formed against me shall prosper ever. And I am going to be able to handle any negative thing or positive thing that comes my way. And I'm not going to let it deter me from my path and what God has for me. And I'm not going to let it suck me dry, because I'm going to have boundaries. And I'm not going to allow it to I'm not going to allow anything negative to exert my energy. And I am going to be traveling, not only to my hometown, back to Georgia, but also I'm going to be traveling around the world. Japan, China, Puerto Rico, because, you know, I want to learn more about my heritage, because my grandmother on my mom's side is Puerto Rican. So I want to learn more about that. I want to Africa, all those amazing places. Like anywhere I want to go, I can go, and I ain't gotta worry about it. I ain't gotta worry about it putting a dent in my bank account, because it's not going to. Have my own apartment, move out of my mama house, have my own apartment. It's gonna be an apartment that I love, a nice view, spacious, nice closet, upstairs, downstairs. I can put all my art, decorate it however I want to. It's just gonna be my bachelorette pad. Like, I'm gonna be feeling so cute. I am the main character in my life story. See, God agree with me. You see all this wind? That's him and the angels giving me a round of applause. Okay? And yes, I'm just gonna be living it up and be happy. My body gonna be tea, my body gonna be right. I'm gonna be healthy, my family gonna be good, and all my family, all my friends, all diseases and illnesses free consistently. This is gonna be my year and all the rest of the years to come, and I'm so ready, and it's starting now. But I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of this by myself for a little while, and then I'll hit y'all back up later. Hey guys, so I forgot to record me writing down some affirmations, because I remember I told y'all I'm like really inspired. I was really inspired by Michael Jackson and his affirmations. And these are everything I wrote. I don't know. I might cut that out, because I don't know. I think this is something that I'm gonna keep for myself. I know there's a lot of people, they do it, or they show people things, they tell them things, but I don't know. This is a season of just having people watch instead of telling. So, but yeah, I wrote all my stuff down, and wait and see when they come true. And when they come true, okay, this is what I'll do. When my affirmations come true, starting today, this month, May 2026, once my affirmations start to come true, each one that comes true, I will let y'all know that it was my affirmation. Like, any affirmation, okay, when one of my affirmations, when all of my affirmations, or when my affirmations come true, I will, when it comes true, I will probably let y'all know. I'll be like, you know how a lot of people, when like they reach a goal, right, and they don't let nobody know their goals, but once they reach that goal and they accomplish it, they go down in their journal book and what they wrote down in, and what they wrote their goals down in, and that goal that they just had accomplished, that they had wrote not too long ago in their notebook before they accomplished it, they go back and they read it and they reminisce on it, and they, like, you know, be like, this is what I finally accomplished, this goal that I wrote down not too long ago. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get up. Hold on, because my butt's starting to hurt, and it's so peaceful over here. I gotta come over here more often. So this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like a main character in a movie. I feel like I'm in a Jane Austen movie. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm in Pride and Prejudice. I feel like I'm like Elizabeth and waiting by a tree. You know what I mean? Thinking about Mr. Darcy. Or like in Bridgerton. You know? I feel like I was like, you know, just like the main character in the show. Yeah. Well, my butt's starting to hurt for real, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I might stay down here a little while longer, and I'll be good. Yeah.